Guys, welcome to my effects tutorial in Blender, and today I'm going to show you all the effects I know. And here I have a simple image I made in Blender, and first effect is the fish eye. If I put the strength down like to -0.5 or something, takes a bit because all the other effects are already in too. So just a second. You can see what I mean. And I'm gonna show you with every effect how I did it. So it's basically just this lens distortion, and the strength goes into the distort. This 0 now, and we have the color change. Basically it's just an RGB node, and here the color change, which is a UHE, mix node set to UHE. And if I put the color to maybe green, we will see the result in a second. And I really like the effect because it's easier to use than the UHE saturation value node. And you can see our image is now green, but let's put it back to red. Now if you don't need to put it right there, you can put it as well just here. Not important, really. It's still the same color. So let's wait. Yeah. And here we have the edge detection, which is basically just a filter set to curve. And if I put the strength now up, which is keyframeable too, so you can keyframe the value and then you have a nice animation of it. Very simple too, actually. You can see now it may look ugly here, but yeah, if you animate it, it looks better. So if you have an animation, this is just a static image. So I'm gonna put this to 0 again, and now we have a moving displace. If you put the thing here to 40, the Y displace, and keyframe the Y location, I don't know which location it is anymore, but if you keyframe the Y location, I think, you can make it like moving and pretty cool. Not the best node, I think it's the worst node because I kind of failed at it, but yeah. Now we have the wave display, which is basically the same thing, but you can't animate the position, and it's smoother. Not like here with the edges, it's smooth. I'm gonna wait until it's rendered. Oh, and yeah, here the wave displays, but I want to show you the moving displays. It's basically just a clouds texture with a rotate, so it's straight, then scale, translate, scale, and yeah. Same thing here almost. And if I put the value down to 0 again, no. Here I recommended you some values for the turbulence displays. Zoom you can use if you want. So if you use different settings, I think you need to use zoom. If you put the Y scale higher, you need to use zoom, of course. Now if I put this to 5 and 200, we'll see in a second how it looks. I mostly use this displays for my intros, so wait a second. Yeah, you can see, I think, yeah, I think I need to put it this way, because last time I used it there wasn't this transparent thing there. Just wait a second again. Yeah, no. Oh god, I need to put this to 200, of course. Nope. What the heck? This to 200, this to 5 maybe. Because it worked once and looked pretty good. Yep, and now if you put the zoom in, I think point 1, point 2, you need to keep from all the values again. And simply with I, but I think you know how to keep them, right? Yeah, now it looks kind of good. So I'm gonna put all the values back to default again, and I think I'm gonna show you how to make it. So basically, I have this displays and a magic texture, so this displays node, and you have the scale for the zoom. Pretty easy. And now we have all the mirror effects, which took me pretty long because I kind of failed at the first one. So yes, but it's actually kind of easy if you know how to do it. So I'm gonna show you now left to right, which basically mirrors the left half, so this here to the right. Gonna show you that quickly now. Yeah, you can see that now. Left to right, and right to left is basically this half to this half. And then we have top to bottom, bottom to top, and I only need to show you one, I think, because it's always the same thing. And this is why you have the strength here. You can see left to right, and top to bottom. Yes, and bottom to top. Yes. So I'm gonna show you now how to make how I made it. So basically, it's just this input that goes in here. And then goes into the flip, which basically makes this here rotate differently and goes over the normal image, but the factor is the box mask, which is the upper half. Bit hard to explain, but yeah, quite easy. So the window effect is basically, if I put this value now to 0.5, I think you all know what the window effect is, and it's quite easy, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways. And all the values are keyframeable too, so you can see that. Yeah. But I think if you put it to 0.3, there are render bugs. I don't know why they are there, but yeah, I don't know how to fix them. You can see that here. No, there aren't any, but there will be little transparency things, and they will look black at the end. Yeah, so put this to 1 again. Now we have the offset, which is basically if I put now this value to 0.5. Oh, I need to show you how the window effect works too, of course. Just in a second. Yeah, you can see now it's going like there. And window effect basically works by using a translate node and a scale. And the window scale goes into both scales. So, offset works simply using a translate, and the offset y goes into the offset x goes into x, offset y goes into y. Pretty easy. I'm just gonna put this to 0 again. Now we have the old film effect. I'm just gonna wait until the offset is away again. Yeah. Now the old film is if I put the overall strength up. You will see in a second how it will look like. You can see these black stripes, and here is the flicker with some points there, and they are moving as well, which is pretty cool. So it's cycled basically. What that means is that if you're, I rendered it in 300 frames, but if your old film effect is supposed to be like 1000 frames down, that's okay, because it always starts over again. And if I put the black stripes to 0, you won't see any black stripes anymore. Yeah, and it's the same with the flicker. I'm not going to show you that. And what I can do as well is put another input here into the factor and call this maybe black and white. So you can put the black and white value down too if you just want the flicker or just the black stripes. I don't know. But can I put this down or something? No. I don't care anymore right now, so the overall strength down again. And you have the color invert. If I put this to 1. Oh, I need to show you how to make the old film effect, of course. Now the flicker strength goes basically, it's kind of messy. It goes basically into an alpha over, which has some flicker movies here. Different start frame. So they have a different start frame. And they both have like this black screen, so only the flicker is seeable. And then they are together, and the black stripes is basically just an image I combined because the transparency was slow. And that's it. So we have the color invert. This is very simple, but I really like this effect, and it's pretty nice. So just wait a second. Yeah, it looks strange because I recommend you putting the color invert before the vignette, because the vignette will look white then, which looks pretty stupid. Yeah. So we have the pixelate. If I don't keyframe the pixel size, or don't put it to 0, because then you will have just a black image. Color invert is basically just an invert node. Pixelate, and then put this to strength to 1. Yeah, you can see that. You can keyframe the pixel size, but don't put it to 1, just keyframe the strength if you want it to wait. You can see if I put this to about 15. You can see now, looks not that pixely anymore. I gotta put the strength down. So pixelate basically works like this. The pixel size goes in here, and here we have pixelate and in paint, and it goes into the divide too. And the strength goes into the overall factor right here. No, that's it. And black and white is pretty simple because it's already in the old film now. Old film effect now, but I'm gonna show it to you anyways, and it's pretty easy to make actually. And of course you can keyframe the factor as well too. It works as saturation too, so if you want to make a lower saturation you can use it too. Very simple actually. I put the saturation of the UHE saturation value down to 0 and put the factor in. Let's put this 0 again. And here we have the black bars, which is basically my favorite node, because you can simply change or adjust the color, and yeah, you don't need an image anymore because you can keyframe the bar height. So this bar height is 1. If I put the bar color, I don't know, to green, just a second. can see, I can simply adjust that. And if I put the bar height keyframe, you can keyframe it, put it to the lowest value. You can put it to 0, but I see no difference if you put it to this value. So just drag it down, you can keyframe it too. It's quite easy actually, because you don't need, because it has easy values, I think. And it's slightly open. If I put this just to 0 now, you won't see any open thing here anymore, no pixels. Just wait a second. Yeah, you can see it's fully closed now. I'm gonna put this to 1 again. So that's basically it. All the effects I normally use. Okay, sometimes I add like a displays on other displays. Maybe some individual effects. But those are the default effects you should use. There are a lot of them, so yeah. And I want to show you how to append them all into your blend file so you can use them for your animations. Well, what one file I'm gonna use? Maybe the SBD entry. Yeah, maybe I can use it like this here. And I'm just gonna render the image, which will take a long time, but just to show you that all the effects work. I'm just gonna this. Here's my wonderful trap code. Why did I actually save it? Effects, yeah, there. There's the file, append, yeah. So you need to go to file, append, and then let's actually make this visible. Effects, there. Go to effects, and go to node tree, and now you can simply press A, and if I append them, just gonna search for old film. You can see I have my old film there, and just in a second we see that all the effects will work as well. So, yeah, I need to wait now. Yeah, you can see it goes over the black bars, but it works. So that's it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next video.